Hey everyone, we are back for day 3 of our 21-day beginner Pilates challenge. Today we're going to be focused on arms. You're going to need 2 weights. I'm using 2 pounds. I recommend 3 pounds and less for this workout today. So let's go ahead and come down to our mat. We're going to start off in a seated position, and you can just place your weights to the side to start. We're going to put our hands right behind the thighs and pull into them to sit up a little bit taller. And you're going to relax your shoulders down and back. You want to make sure that your chest is open, the crown of your head is pulled up straight to the ceiling, and we're going to take a breath in through the nose. And then as we exhale out, we're going to do that round of the spine. So we go into that deep round of the spine, and then we're going to inhale, come back up through center. And we're going to do a few like that just to warm up the spine and warm up the abs. So round the spine, back to neutral spine. Let's do 2 more. Breathing out to round. Inhale to come back up. This will be your last one here. Perfect. Come back up to center. This is where we're going to grab our hand weights. So now we're going to try that same movement, but using the arms extended away. So we'll take a breath in, and then we're going to round the spine, and then come back up to center. Good. 2 more. Round the spine, back up to center. Last one. And then we'll draw it back up to center. Perfect. Now we're going to add on a little bit more core work using these hand weights and using our arms. So take your arms out to extension, and then we're going to round back halfway and hold it. From here, we're going to go into a raise. We're going to take the right arm up, lower it down, and then the left. For 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2 more, last one. Perfect. We're going to round up to seated. Now the progression here, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, is you can come up onto your toes, so you can lighten your weight that you're pressing your feet into the mat. So let's come back into that position. This time we're going to do a low row. So we're going to round back into seated, hold it here. We're going to pull that left arm back, and then the right. Left and right. For 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2 more, last one. And then we'll round up to seated. Relax the arms here for a moment. Next, we're going to go into a bicep curl in that position. So we're going to start in our bicep curl, round back, hold it here, and we're going to go into both armed bicep curl. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, last 3, 2, last one. Then we'll round up to seated, relax the arms. We're going to do one more exercise in this seated position. And our last exercise in this seated position is going to be a rotation. So we're going to take the arms, stretch them out, round it back, and hold it here. We're going to pull that left arm in as we twist to the left. Come back to the center. And then pull to the right and center. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then we'll round up to seated. We can take our weights to the side. And let's just stretch out the hip flexors a little bit. Take a little fold forward. Give yourself a nice stretch towards your toes. And we'll restack the spine through center. We'll do that again. You can take a breath in and up and take a fold down to your toes. And then restack your spine, coming back to center. And then let's come all the way down to our mat. We're going to do a quick ab series as we lay down on our back. So let's have our knees bent to start. The progression here is you can take the legs up into a tabletop if you'd like. And we're just going to start with a chest lift. So we're going to take the arms up overhead, and you can have your palms facing away or towards each other. And we're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to curl your head, neck, and chest up, reaching up towards your thighs, but also towards the ceiling. So the head and chest curls up towards the thighs. So keep that in mind instead of curling straight up to the ceiling. We're only going to do 6 total here, so we've got 4 more. Last 2. Perfect, last 1. And then we can relax all the way down. Take a little pause. Now let's add how we were going to add in earlier with the toes lifted off of the floor. So this is just a little bit more of a challenge here on the low abs. We're going to be doing some toe taps. So we're going to take our head, curl our head, neck, and chest up to the top. Pause here, and we're just going to lift the right toes and then the left. Right and left. And think about really curling through the upper abs so that you're not over engaging your neck. Perfect. We've got 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower your heels and you'll relax all the way down. Perfect. All right. And then let's go into a lower end lift of the legs. So we're going to take both legs up to the ceiling, point your toes. You're going to reach those arms up to the ceiling and curl the head, neck, and chest up. And we're just going to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. 4 more. Last 3. 2 more. And last 1. Perfect. Relax your head and chest down. We're going to do 1 more exercise here in this series. So the last thing we're going to do is add some rotation. So for this one, we're going to take the legs up into tabletop. You're going to reach both arms up to the ceiling. We're going to work into those obliques, so the side abs. So we're going to curl our head, neck, and chest up. And as we do that, we're going to stretch the right leg and take the weights, one on the inside and one on the outside of the left. Then we'll come back down to center and switch. Perfect. Exhale to curl up. Inhale as we come back down. Let's do 8 more. Last 6. And 5. We got 1 more to each side. Very good. And then you can relax all the way down. We're going to place our weights to the side for a second. We're just going to go into a little twist of the spine. So we'll take both knees over to the right, and you can turn your head to the left if you'd like. And then we'll come back to the center, take it over to the left. And let's come back to the center where we can round up to seated, and we're going to do some kneeling arm work here. So we're going to take our weights. I'm going to turn to face you guys. And you have a couple options here for seated position. So you can sit back on your heels, which I'm going to choose to do. Or if you want to add a little bit more of a core challenge, you can come up to high kneeling. But if you're in high kneeling, you want to make sure that you tilt that tailbone down and you're not arching in your low back throughout the whole workout. So let's come into whichever position we choose, and we're going to grab our light weights. And we're going to start off with our hug a tree. So we're going to take the arms out to a rounded position. The elbows are going to be rounded, the wrists are going to be rounded, and we're just going to draw the fingertips together and open. I'm going to exhale as I pull them apart, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and inhale as I draw them together. And the key here is you want to make sure you keep those shoulders down from the ears for your last 4. 3 more. Last 2. And when we're going to bring it together, hold it here. I'm going to do little pulses up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should already start to feel the burn a little bit. Now you can see why we use lighter weights in our Pilates practice. All right, let's go into our next position. We're going to have the elbows in the ribs and the palms facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to do our offering or serve a tray, and you're going to extend your arms to the center. From here, we're just going to open a couple inches wider than the shoulders and then bring it back together. Bend your elbows. Stretch, open, close, together. Stretch, open, close, together. Perfect. 5 more. You should start to feel those biceps warm up a little bit. We got 3 more. Make sure you're not holding your breath. This will be your last one. I'm going to pause it here. Little bicep pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then relax the arms down. Good. We're going to have the arms pause here, right by the hips with your palms facing forward. And we're going to do kind of like a around the world type of movement. So we're going to take the arms all the way up and around overhead and then back down to the hips. All the way up and around, back down to the hips. Perfect. Let's get 5 more in here. Last 4. Try to draw those ribs in for 3. We've got 2 more. Last 1. Perfect. We're going to relax the arms down. We got 2 more exercises here. 3 more exercises. 1 we're going to break into 2. So we're going to do a little bit of a hinge forward in the hips. So slight hinge forward in the hips. That's going to bring your shoulders past your hips. And then we're going to take the palms almost like a goalpost position. And we're just going to press overhead and then squeeze the shoulder blades back together. Let's do 6 more, so 8 total. Last 5. And 4. 3. 2 more. Last 1. Great. Bring your arms all the way down. Relax the arms. We're going to do 1 last exercise here, and I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this one. So I'm going to come up to a little bit of higher kneeling. I'm going to sit back on my heels. You can also come up to a high kneeling position with a little hinge forward. We're going to do a tricep press and then a tricep kickback. So we're going to start here. Seems like almost like a bicep curl. We're going to press it back. So you want to squeeze at the back here. Squeeze your triceps, that muscle in the back of your arm. We're going to be here for 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2 more, last 1, and then relax the arms. And then the last thing we're going to do here is that tricep kickback or pulsing it back. So we're going to have the arms straight here and you're just going to press them back. So you're going to squeeze at the top as you press it back to the hips and back. 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2 more, last 1. Perfect. Go ahead and take your weights, place them down to the side. Let's stretch it out a little bit. So we're going to take our left arm and just cross it over our body. And we're going to take it up and overhead, pull the elbow, and let's go to the other side. Take it up and over across your body, and then up and overhead. Perfect. And then we're going to come to seated. We'll just go into a little mermaid really quick. So we'll grab our front leg and just flex it in the front. Bring our right hand down and reach up and over. Perfect. And we'll take it over to the other side. Once more to the left. And then with our right arm. And then let's switch. We'll take those legs and just reverse. We'll do the same on the other side. One more to each side. And we can come back to the center, crisscross or kneeling, whatever is more comfortable. And just round and curve the spine a couple times. You can take it in some circles. And let's come back up to the center where we'll take our arms, reach them up overhead. Grab onto your left wrist, give yourself a little bend. And then we can switch to the other side. And we'll come down to the center. Exhale, we're going to close the arms out to the hips. And then you guys are all done with day 3 of our 21-day Pilates challenge. So we worked on our arms, a little bit of core work as well. I look forward to seeing you guys in day 4. See you tomorrow.